That's sweet.
Okay, so
Hey, yeah, thank you for DMing before we start.
oh, you're welcome. I appreciate it.
It's really appreciated.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I know. So
it's good. I enjoy it. So this is my thing. So all right.
Well, we enjoy it too.
God bless you.
God bless
Yeah.
me. When we last left, you guys had finally managed to make it back up to the surface. You had acquired a new partner. So Vance has now joined the party, and you guys decided to go to your usual camping spot that's in the wall, room number 4, the magician's quarters, and you decided to rest overnight after a kind of a daring escape from the underground with the help of a set of dwarves led by Snorri.
Snorri Broadshoulders.
Snorri Broadshoulders, a master engineer in search of dwarven craftsmanship in the former jail slash dominion slash all sorts of crazy stuff. You had a run in with some orcs. They were rather nasty, but most of them, if not all, almost all of them were put to sleep with some advanced magic. You ran into a group of cannibals, but at the same time, you also ran into a group of cannibals of zombies, and you decided that discretion was the better part of valor as you left. And as you're also making your way out, Arnie found a spitting cobra and was able to parcel tongue his way into speaking with it, and managed to get a new friend. So I think that's kind of where we left off. And all right. So it is now, let me find my notes because it's always good to have those from last week. So it is April 1st, April Fool's Day, 7 a.m., because I always do, for Billy's notice, I always just run 7 to 7. That's daylight. It's not realistic, but it's very easy to keep track of. So 7 to 7 is daylight, and then 7 to 7 is darkness. So that's roughly where it's at. Usually I'll do some dim light or something around like 7 towards the 8 o'clock hour.
Could be some kind of tidally locked. We don't know what the how the stars move in this mysterious fantasy universe.
This is very Game of Thrones, where like winter can last 17 years. Like what what geography do these people? Where's the sun in all this? So I don't know how seasons work here. But yeah. So April 1st.
It's a mixture of Game of Thrones and Pitch Black.
Right. You know, that's the way it can be. It just turns over. Yeah. The only thing
Equatorial fantasy world. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about the combat that you guys had too, where you scared off the ruffians, the bandits that you have had a kind of a back and forth with. So you blew up Tom's head, and they were like, "Let's get out of here," because they were not. They did not expect to see a wizard in the party.
I was not about to fight 8 dudes with longbows, so.
Yep, they were pretty stacked. They had, you know, and you had also that copse of trees. You had noticed something unusual about it. I did want to remember that. Horace, you still have 13 days of blood loss, but you did gain a level, so that is good. The one thing go ahead. What was that?
Yeah. Now I've more than doubled my max blood loss health.
That does help. That does help. That system I use for hit points, I think it works out in the player's favor, you know, no matter what. But I like it a little bit more. So it makes your characters a little tougher, because BXD&D is pretty hard on people. The one thing I'm doing here real quick is I am going to pull up my spells here so I can get a list of second level spells because our friend Horace now has
Did
one.
our sanity go up one since we're still in here?
Your what? No. You have to rest a week outside of like a dungeonist area to regain
No, I
one
know.
sanity.
Did it go down one then? Or
No.
up one, whatever.
It didn't. I thought it was going to, and then I remembered my own rule of like the hit dice has to be above yours in order for it to cause sanity loss. Like, eventually, you guys have fought zombies before a couple times, so by now you're not as freaked out by zombies. But eventually you're going to see some stuff, and
foreshadowing.
Yeah, dun dun dun. In Dungeons and Dragons, you'll fight powerful undead.
No, you're kidding.
I am not kidding. So I am taking a little snip of this right here. And let's save it.
Brian, do clerics get their full spell list like in Modern, or is it like a pick and choose?
They can, what is it? They memorize every day, but they can pick from the entire list every day.
Right, okay.
So they don't have to like learn spells like wizards.
Right.
So,
I don't know if it was any different in ye ancient days.
Yeah.
And I think you know what I'm choosing from what from my first level spells.
Well, you can choose a different one each day. That's the point.
How many party members do we have? We have 5, right?
Yep. We do.
And how much food does Purify Food and Water make again?
I'd have to look it up, but it was a lot. I thought it was something like 8 people's rations for a day, so like 8 rations in essence. If you made like the rations that rot relatively quickly, like fresh rations as they call them, and if you make iron rations, I think it only made 1.
Yeah.
Per casting.
Okay.
But iron rations pretty much never go bad.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use one. I think I'm gonna have 1 Purify Food and Water. 2 Protection from Evil. Well, now 1 Protection from Evil, and 2 Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. And you get a 2nd level spell now, which I am adding right now. All players. All right, so.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep. So you can pick one of those. If you don't know what any of them do, just tell me.
Oh, cool. That's a good one.
So
Bless is pretty top tier.
Bless is pretty good. Hold Person's really good.
What is Bless and Blight?
Blight is the reverse. You know how you can reverse Cure Light Wounds into Cause Light Wounds? Well, the opposite of Bless is Blight. So, Bless gives, I believe it's +1. Let me pull it up. But it's
+1 attack and damage to people within a 20-foot area of
you
of the caster
for an hour.
It's like a buff aura, yeah.
Yeah, and
you +1 to morale.
Yeah.
So pretty much, you're the healer, Gage. You're the DPS.
Yeah, I'm a cleric. No shit.
So you can do Bless and 28-foot square area. It lasts an hour, but what is it? But it's only going to be for that area. You can also use it to bless or purify desecrated stuff. That's like kind of my discretion. And then Blight's the exact opposite. You give your enemies a -1 to morale, attack rolls, and damage rolls. So, but they
what
get
is Snake Charm?
That's literally what it sounds like. You can charm snakes.
And speak with animals. I can just talk to animals?
Pretty much. Yep.
Okay, Oh, I have an idea. I think I'm gonna take Bless.
Okay, you got Bless.
Because I have a really stupid idea. I can bless items, right?
No, it's Bless is
really loves
Bless is an area kind of thing.
I thought you said I could bless cursed items.
Well, you could consecrate cursed things at my discretion. So you could theoretically, make something unholy holy.
Like that shrine that's down in the skeleton area?
Yeah, it's a possibility, is what I would say.
There is something else, too, you could do. That
So,
might be unholy. But
we've got, I'm going to say you've got bless now. That seems to be what you're going with for now.
I'm sure there's a lot of possibilities of unholy sites to sanctify down in that pit, so it'll come in handy someday.
Yeah.
So, and once again, sanctifying an area doesn't necessarily make it holy. It just makes it not holy.
Yeah.
So but adding your bless to an area, and things like that, and consecrating an area, you never know what effects it could have. I'm a wacky GM. I like to have things happen. So
since Arnie got the snake, he knows that it's the wacky DM.
Yeah, I try to do what I can. I try to please y'all, and I try to please Fan. So
we wouldn't have it any other way. It's amazing.
So, who wouldn't, not love Fan? So, we actually have more than one fan. Like, we actually have a little tiny following. Like, a little tiny following that are very loyal. So, it's
Arnie,
it's very nice.
Arnie loves them. Arnie loves them the most.
Loves all of them the most. It's you who we loved all along there. All right, so we limited on time tonight. So what do y'all want to do? 7 a.m. You wake up bright and early. Everyone, since I know I didn't do it yesterday, so subtract a ration from yesterday's stuff because I totally know I forgot that yesterday.
Well, before we started getting things going, we were discussing that. So from Vance's point of view, he's made more money in the last 6 hours hanging out with these guys than he has, going legit past 2 or 3 months probably. So he is highly inclined to tag along with them on whatever escapades or ne'er-do-welling they're no doubt to get into.
That is very true.
But to entice them along his line of thinking, it seems like they may not have a whole lot of friends in the area to counteract the very many enemies that they have accrued. Just from his point of view.
What a mysterious point.
So they may benefit from some patronage, say, from the local nobility. And so Vance is inclined to cash in on his relationship with the Baron Ironguard's son and see if maybe he can parlay that into some kind of deal for himself and his new companions.
Okay. I will say, when you guys are having this conversation about, I know the Ironguards, man. I used to hang out with all of them. Like, I'm totally down with that. Like, they're good. Kell's great, and Krothos, his son, man, good guy. So when he mentions Krothos Ironguard, that springs a memory to you, Arnie. That is the person that repossessed your gym, or at least the funds that were building the gym. That is him. When Perny was talking to you, and she mentioned, it didn't happen because you guys didn't show back up, and it had been so long. He just confiscated all those funds as taxes. So that's that guy.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, that guy. F that guy. Let's go attack that guy.
Oh no, really, Krothos is not a bad man. Listen, we go way back. We're at school together. It's I'm sure that there's something that can be arranged. If you reneged on a contract, man has to work with the law. Understand, of course. We'll see what.
Okay. So what I kind of want to do is something that needs the dwarves and Arnie's assistance because they're strong.
Okay.
So back in the town, Arnie was really just thought of as dead. So that's why he got repossessed. But
Yeah.
yes, go along with
Arnie had
Gage.
the situation was Arnie had basically contracted a bunch of people to like build him a structure, and then he was going to make a gym out of it. But the thing was, like, that was like one of the last sessions, maybe 3 or 4 sessions before they disappeared for about a year. So basically, he never showed up. He went off on an adventure. He's like, "Hey, I'm going off on an adventure," and everyone's like, "All right, we'll see you when you get back." And then they never came back, so everyone assumed he was dead. And so the building never happened, and the funds which were used for it were collected by the local, constabulary.
Nobility.
That's what happens. You die without a will, man. It goes to the state.
Mm-hmm. You get all your money. So, are you guys planning on heading back to Bogtown and then Iron Guard Mott, or what's the deal?
Can we do what I want to, like, what I've been trying to do first?
Sure. What are you trying to do?
It's not long at all.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
Basically, I want to go back to that pond.
Mm-hmm.
And rip out those temperature things.
That's been tried many times before by you and by Oakenshield.
No, I mean like with a pickaxe and like breaking them off.
Yeah, that was tried, and that did not work. They seemed like they were. I think my words were they were made of sterner stuff than what you had. So it's been tried. Unless you have some like very novel, unique new way, I'll just tell you out of the gate that it's not going to work unless you have something like new. Because you guys have tried to pry bar it, you guys have tried to smack it, you guys have tried to like grappling hook it and pull it. None of that worked. It didn't even wiggle.
I mean, we haven't tried punching a pickaxe through its side.
You can, if you want to try hitting it with a pickaxe, you can. Someone hit it with like a sword and/or an axe, and it did not do anything.
Okay, yeah, never mind then. Never mind.
You guys did attempt a lot of this already. It just didn't work.
Damn, okay.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you've attempted all things that are within relative reason with the equipment that you have. So unless there was something new or fancy or interesting, you kind of know what the result's going to be.
Then can I just go get some rations from that storehouse?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can get 8. Do you want an iron ration or do you want 8, fresh rations?
8 fresh rations, and you guys can fight over the other 3. I just need 1.
Well, if you just need 1, then there's 7 left over.
Yeah, and we can each get 1, and then the rest of you can fight over the 3 that won't split between us.
Yeah, it'll go bad in about a day or so when they're fresh. About 2 to 3 days. But so no one has to worry about a ration today, basically, because he goes off and comes back with a bunch of fruit and cheeses.
Okay.
Let's go back at the
Splendid,
capital.
thank you.
Yeah, and you guys can just fight over the last 3 ones.
So, yeah, you don't want to know where it came from. So.
I know better than to ask.
That's the
Let's go
goal
back
of
to
man.
the capital.
Well, it takes about 1 day to get to Bogtown from here.
Yeah.
So you hit Bogtown, and then you could head to the capital probably the next day.
Yeah.
Well, we're losing daylight, boys. I'd say we had horses, we'd saddle up, boot up, as it were, and things rolling, shall we?
Definitely.
On the way, could Arnie speak to Imperius, the snake?
Sure. What do you want to talk to Imperius about?
So he wants to be a little more informed. Arnie would like to be a little more informed about what power he would like. So there's probably power as in strength, and Arnie would put up his arms as muscles. So would you like arms, Imperius? Would you like speed and stealth? Or would you like something different than that?
He tells you, I want the power to kill and eat at will.
Hmm.
Don't we all?
That is the same thing that Arnie wants, much like Dondon, I assume.
Yeah.
I like to
Yep.
hear my prey's heart slow as I feast on it.
So increased hearing, as well as yes. Okay. So
I like the shriek of my prey when I spit on its eyes.
You know, don't
Same.
kink shame, man. That's cool.
Arnie would like to say Zizimanter would like to meet you.
I don't know who Zizermancer is, but can we kill him?
No.
Can we eat him?
Not yet.
Zizimanter will help give the power, much like Arnie.
And he starts looking at your friends, and he's like looking and looking, and then he looks at Vance and he goes, that one looks like we could eat him easily.
He's not wrong.
It is probably true. However,
Right at
We
this
must
moment,
have
Vance,
allies.
you're like looking over at Arnie, giving him a smile, like, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" Like, as the camera
As he
kind of
hits Vance is the only one without a tough outer shell,
yeah.
so you can see where he'd be the easiest to get to the gooey insides.
Arnie says true power lies within the friends that we make along the way.
Don't come here with your friendship is magic bullshit.
So
This group of people.
he looks at you confused. He's like, "So we get them to kill for us, then we eat."
Exactly.
Good idea.
You are wise, Arnie.
Wisdom is power.
Yeah, calling the man with 4 wisdom wise.
So,
He has 13. He has 13.
Arnie's a relatively wise orc, half orc. He's,
Not with the concussion, he isn't.
yeah, he's doing all right.
Very true.
Let me see how
Very
long
true.
your concussion.
It's 10 more days.
10 more, yeah.
No, 9. 9 more days. 9 more
Yeah,
days.
day passed. I don't have that down. I need to write that down. I have it, but
Arnie has that written down as well.
we
Also, 25 more days. 25 more days tanning the
that I do have written
line.
down. Yep. Okay, so you guys head out as you're having this lovely conversation with your pet snake. And I don't know, Billy, if you've seen the map yet, but this is the map of the duchy. So
Nice.
you are where you're at right now, where the party token is. That's basically where the Box Valley kind of is. They're headed to a town called Bogtown, and then Iron Guard Mott is to the north, and then to the west of it is Helix. And so it's another kind of thriving town in this little area.
I'm sure Bogtown's one of those names like Iceland, people off the scent. Totally not built in a bog, wretched, smelly peasants.
You'd be
Bogtown is like
incorrect on that assumption.
Bogtown is like the slums with extremely expensive prices.
So, with that, you don't run afoul of any beasties headed back towards Bogtown. So it usually takes give it a slight variable for time. It takes you about 7 hours to get there on foot, walking through the all the different areas. And so you're basically coming up now on 2 o'clock in the afternoon when you arrive. And from, what is it, Bogtown, it usually takes roughly 6 hours or so to get to Ironguard Mott. It's a little more of a civilized walk there. There's kind of a road, there's a bridge. So it's a little bit of an easier walk, even though the distance is a little farther. It's just the mountainous terrain is not the easiest to get up and down. So Bogtown lives up to its Bogtown name. It's basically on the edge of this huge Barrowmoor, which is just a giant swamp. Everything in the town, like all the wood seems swollen. Everything has a little bit of like kind of algae or mold on it. Everything sags. So everything just like nothing is like completely like, the boards are straight and, lined up together well. Everything's very, as they say in the woodworking game, country. It's very country style. So that is the area of Bogtown.
I'm sure they have a thriving peat industry or something.
Yeah. So this is our little town here of Bogtown. You got a set of double gates here and, all the different buildings that they know about. As you guys are coming up, you see the local, officers, basically. They're now starting to get to know you as you come into town. It's not the most savory of places. I believe, if my memory serves, someone was robbed here pretty hardcore. I think that was Horace. Yeah. So Horace was robbed here of several hundred of his gold.
625.
625 gold. He was robbed of. So, as you guys show up, this time, who is... Oh, so Horace has got the bloody condition and you're limping. What is it? Arnie's got the big swollen head. So, if I remember correctly, the entrance fee was 10 gold. This time it'll be... It could vary from time to time you get here. 10 gold per person to get in. 15 for your wounded. So you got to cough that up, or they're not going to let you into Bogtown.
Yeah.
You charge an entry fee for this town?
Yeah, it's how they keep up with its local taxes, man.
Arnie pays the 15 gold, no questions asked.
Yeah, as do I. Because I'm injured every single time I come back to town, I've just gotten used to paying a high amount.
They're like, how do you expect us to keep all of this afloat without taxes?
I would like a receipt for mine, please.
They look at you, they're like, oh, well, what?
On whose authority is this tax collected?
What? You mean like who's in charge?
Yes, if you could sign for it, then I would happily hand over the tax.
He's like, who's in charge? Well, I guess Hurrick is in charge. I guess he's he's in charge. What is it? Yeah, he's in charge. You can talk to him about getting a receipt.
Herrick, is it?
Herrick Engeson. You'll know him. He's got like a little like dumb cap on that he wears, and he's he's older. He's probably like in his 50s, and yeah,
Oh wow, that's old.
he hangs out in the bar. So he's over in the Tasty Troll.
Thank you for your help. I will reluctantly part with my hard stolen coin.
Doesn't someone's got the biochock?
I don't know. Someone's
Yeah,
got
Arnie.
it.
Arnie has it.
Arnie? Okay. How much?
Yes.
Hey, Arnie, how much do you have?
How much? What was that?
The biochock.
1.
It's one piece. Just to let you know, every time you use it, I roll a d10. If I roll a 1, it's used up. So
Perfect. That works.
that's how it goes. So
Okay. I might need that later on.
Okay.
So you guys enter through the double gates. You come in, and the number 2 is the Tasty Troll. So that is what appears to be roughly the only like kind of inn/bar establishment in this little local area. The number 1 is obviously a barracks or some sort of like security post for the local guard that's here. 3 and 5 look to be some form of shrine. So they look like they're little tiny shrines. They don't look like they're really manned so much as they are just kind of like a shrine that you would go and like, make an offering to or light a candle or something like that. And number 6 looks like a general store, and number 4 can't be mistaken. It's the Silver Standard Merchant Company.
Friends of yours, I recall.
No.
Arnie would like to go. Arnie would like to go to the shrine of the naturalist. I think there was a Crom shrine.
There was a
And,
Crom shrine here.
And there was the other shrine was a naturalist.
It was
shrine.
The of the
Sylvanas.
nature.
Yeah, Sylvanas is here.
Arnie
So-
would like to put he would like to basically put a vial of his Arnie acid there, like his
Okay.
spit acid, but he has a bottle of it.
Okay. You can go ahead and put a bottle there of the spit, the acidic spit.
And now he has a vial, a glass. Or no, he left the glass vial. Never mind.
Okay, so he puts it there. The Arnie, man, you are a true polytheist. I admire it. I'm not saying I disagree with it. Your character, like, you're paying tribute to every god. You're like, Crom's great, Sylvanas, you're great.
Yep.
I'm gonna be good with everyone. Every god is good in my things. Like, who cares? They're all
Hedge your
good.
bets, man.
He wants to make a little prayer as well. Say, Sylvanas, you're the soul greatest.
You're amazing.
You're gonna get on their bad side, calling each one the greatest.
You just gotta be like, Sylvanas, you're the greatest at nature. I wanted you to know that, man.
You're all
There you
solid.
go.
I love your
There you go.
biceps.
There you go. See, we got the wisdom wizard over here.
Oh, did the map go away?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
it's still there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, boys, we paid this ridiculous entry fee. If you don't mind, I haven't had a proper bed in more than a few days. At least one that doesn't smell like hob. Could at least take a day off to recover and then head for the Mott in the morning.
Yeah.
That seems the thing to do, if you don't mind.
Arnie is
I
also
talked to the
friends.
blacksmith while we're here.
Okay,
Oh,
What?
sorry.
go for it. Yeah.
The Broken Buckler has a blacksmith. The guy who runs it is also a blacksmith. It's a general store / blacksmith, but he's not a armorer / weaponsmith. So that was part of it.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to know how much it would cost to smelt down the 3 orc swords I have down into like just pig iron bars.
How about gold?
Hmm?
How about gold?
I am sorry, I didn't understand what you said there.
How about gold?
How much gold?
Gold, a gold.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's like, okay, and it's not much sweat off his back really to just stick it into the billows. You see him like just look at his like young apprentice, and he's just like, smell, and like he just kind of like tells him, and the kid starts pumping the bellows like crazy to kind of get it all fired up. He's like, it'll be done tomorrow.
Go, Schmel, go. Go, Schmel, go.
Schnell, Schmel.
So that is, yeah, he'll make some ingots for you. I guess you can get an ingot per sword. I'm not sure the sword to ingot ratio, so we'll just say 1 to 1.
Alright.
So Arnie would also like to say to Vance that back to the Friends debacle, right?
As it is known.
Yeah, in the capital, Arnie is friends with the guards there, so he's
splendid.
He's friends with the guards at Iron Guard Mott, so it's pretty good.
Well, always good to have the coppers on your side, to be sure. Smart man, Arnie.
Thank you.
I'm thinking, really, though, more in terms of a patronage relationship. If you can get the local nobles to back your group of mercenaries, then while you're off traipsing around the countryside bashing in bandit skulls, you have someone to bring their ears back. You know what I mean?
Arnie just wants friends. He just wants to have fun.
Well, a noble goal in its own right.
I just want to be loved.
And have acid.
Yeah, there you go.
Love and have acid. He's just Arnie. You're the true definition of neutral, man. Like, I don't care. They could be an evil undead snake lich, or they could be Sylvanas. Like, I just love everybody. I just want
And now donate whatever I can to make them happy.
to make them happy. I just like my snakes.
A true flower child.
Have it be a flower or an entire person named Nate.
So, the Vance, when you enter the Tasty Troll, you notice that it's pretty sparse on people that are there. For the most part, there's a handful, maybe like 5, that are in the whole place. There is there's a rather what is it? Large. He's not large. I would say he's actually medium-sized guy, probably in his late 30s, early 40s. He looks like he's worked with his hands a lot. He has that kind of look to him. Let's see. I'm hoping that it appeared.
You did.
Good old Alzo.
Alzo Danuth. So he's behind the bar. So he's there. He's kind of behind the bar, and he's having a quiet conversation at the side of the bar with another person who appears to be in their 50s. That person, you recognize them for the fact that they're wearing clothing that is of a station above a commoner. So
And a stupid hat.
he does have a stupid hat. So if you look, there's Herrick Anguson with his dumb hat. But he has a really nice cloak that it's black, but you can tell that it's a finer fabric. It's not just cloth. It's it's lined. It's very supple. And his clothing isn't covered in complete shit. He's got nice boots on. So he's wearing an outfit that is becoming of someone of a higher station.
I hereby deduce the presence, therefore, of a washerwoman.
Possibly.
So my, I guess, would Vance know whether or not, like, is this guy just shaking down travelers, or is there an actual tax, like,
It's
levied by the...
It's not unusual for there to be a gate tax at different places for people when they're coming in. And they like to tax what they deem adventurers even more, because adventurers usually have money to burn. So,
I can see that.
And a lot
Keep
of
the
times,
local economy going.
right? And a lot of times they cause trouble. So,
Makes sense.
It's kind of a a jerk tax.
It's the not going to church tax.
Right. It's the equivalent of your kind of 1400s clerics, like where they were just like anyone who was a student was a cleric, and if you hit them you got excommunicated. So like all these college kids in Paris would just like yell at the cops and throw beers at them. They're like, "Oh, if you hit me, you're gonna get excommunicated." So it's that kind of thing.
My dad's a lawyer.
Right. That kind of like, so that's what the adventuring class is. They're just like, I've got weapons and magic and shit. What are you going to do? Like, oh, okay. Not much.
Chad the adventurer arrives in town. All right. Well, then
my dad owns a dealership.
I don't mind, paying for the upkeep of the, infrastructure and the obvious socialized medicine that they have in this town.
Yes.
Socialized medicine, sure.
As long as it's not a protection racket from some uppity, local, and is what I was getting at. But that's neither here nor there. Gentlemen!
Alzo looks up and he sees that you're not dressed like an asshole. So he's like, you actually have some reasonable clothes on and stuff. He's like, "Yes, sir. How can I help you?"
I'm horrifically sorry to interrupt your conversation. I have been on the road for weeks. I need cold beer, a bath, a hot meal, anything, any relic of civilization.
No, there's no problem with that, sir. Yes, we can definitely provide any of that. Are we? And he's kind of like tapping like the coin box that he keeps his money in. Are we? How?
I'll be paying cash, of course.
Oh, okay, perfect. That
I don't actually know, like, the first ed economy is kind of throwing me for a loop here, so you'll have to give me an idea of how much these things cost. Because apparently a plate mail is only 60 gold. So.
Oh yeah. It's the economy's a little weird, but I actually got into there was a large discussion about that online on our Facebook group. A guy was like, "How can plate mail only be 60s?" Like, and everyone's like, "If you're a fighter, your special ability is that you get to wear plate mail." Like, so you get to start with that. Like, that's your literal special ability. Like, you get a low AC, so hopefully you can live. So that was kind of part of it. But what I've been running with is, for the most part, like I was saying, Bogtown, it was a gold per day for an average room, board, drink, that kind of thing. Like 1 gold will cover all of that.
Okay. So we'll up it to maximum levels that they can sustain. So without completely causing hyperinflation of their currency,
right.
Like a 3 or 4 gold per day.
Wasn't Bogtown originally 50 gold a night?
That was when you guys marched in here and were like, they didn't know who you were, and you were like jerks, and you guys were making some demands of them. Like, they're like, "Yeah, sure, 50 gold, sucker." You want a room?
Sound like you guys are
Yeah, that's why they did that. They were just going, "Yeah, 50 gold. That's how much I want per night, because I can." Do you have another option? That kind of thing.
Try the Bogtown Hilton up the road.
Yeah, we slept in the forest because of that, and it was fine.
And they weren't, So, yeah, they were really nice to you when you guys came in here with huge sacks of money, and you were like, "Hey, we got big sacks of money," and they're like, "Of course you can stay here." That's when they were nice to you. if you kick it up to 2 gold, you're gonna get, as royal a treatment as Bogtown has. They'll definitely get you a bath. You'll have a private room for the most part. Like the 1 gold special is like you're usually sharing a room, or you're just getting space in the common room on the floor near the fire. So that's kind of a where it's at. But yeah, that 2 gold, you're gonna get a room, and it's gonna have a key and a lock, and it's gonna have a bed, and they'll even put fresh, like, what is it, straw or thrush or whatever it is in it. So
70% less bugs.
70%. That means, well, they're good eating. So you'll get.
I will gladly indulge.
So Henrik, I guess that's Herrick. And he'll come up to you and be like, I don't know, I'm not sure who you are, Sonny. Like, I haven't met you before. You seem like a man of breeding.
Well, then we're both at a disadvantage. Might you be Herrick Ingerson and the headman?
Yes. I see my reputation precedes me. I'm the appointed representative of the Duke in this town. I guess I run things for him here.
Well, Vance Duforay, a pleasure to meet you. Just stopping through on my way to up to the castle.
Oh, really? Interesting. You seem Duforay. That name sounds like it has a lineage to it. It was slipping me right now, but it sounds like you come from a family of austere means.
Austere is a word for it, particularly when it comes to the youngest, but no, we're not from around here anyway. Far off to the east.
Far to the east in the lands. Okay. It's like, well, you're getting the grift from this. Not a grift. You're getting the energy, I guess, off this guy. This guy doesn't know his ass from his elbow. If he's running the town, he's just here as kind of a token figurehead.
Yeah, sounds right.
So
somebody's fifth cousin's best friend or something.
There's a reason this guy's here, and you don't know exactly what it is. But he seems he likes the fact that he has authority. But he's not one of those guys who's gonna wave it around. But he's just he likes to be the guy that people have to come to ask things. You
don't get promoted to head of Bogtown. So that's all I would say.
He's like,
nobody wants that job.
May I ask, what are you doing with this band of miscreants? They come in and out of town every now and again. A lot of times they're usually carrying one of their men with them.
Well, my esteemed colleagues here, Horace, Arnie, Thonin, and Thorin, saved me from a band of hobgoblin brigands. I was enslaved, nearly lost my life to the marauders that plague these lands. So while I'm sure that the Iron Guard family do their best to keep their small folk safe, if it weren't for these ruthless adventurers, I'd have lost my life.
Well, isn't that a lovely thing?
Well, from my perspective, certainly.
He looks over to Alzo. He's like, these men are heroes. We should honor these heroes.
Oh, no.
He's like...
A splendid idea.
He's like, the heroes will stay on the Iron Guard coin for tonight.
Oh, God.
See, guys, it's all coming together.
No! You don't know how bad that is!
He's like... And he kind of raises a glass to all of y'all that are kind of standing in the background. He's like, cheers to you for helping out a desperate man in desperate times.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Yeah. And start drinking.
I feel like I'm missing some context here, but that's okay.
The context is everyone will be pissed at us that we're taking their gold.
Why?
He's using tax money to pay for you guys' rooms.
Right, yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's. I think you're getting the wrong gist of it. Like the money you guys just spent to get in the town, that's the money to be used to pay for your room.
It's trickle down economics, guys.
So
I just feel like the guards won't like us taking the money they're earning.
So it's part of their guards' pay, but they're not keeping it themselves. So
hopefully it comes out of the guy's like cape fund or whatever.
So he's got a lovely cape fund. So he's like, in fact, we'll have a small little get together tonight. We'll have a little party or soiree. How is that?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so I assume you guys kind of get a little washed up and stuff for the revelry. Does anyone want to do anything before the party or the little revelry?
It's gonna be the troll turtle.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Troll.
That's where you're at right now.
No,
that is
thirsty.
the tasty troll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and drink, have a few ales.
Okay, you're gonna just start pounding away early. You're like, I got a pre-drink for tonight.
Yeah.
So we got one pre-partying. All right. Oakenshield, I haven't heard from you in a while. What are you doing?
I guess I'm be out partying with them.
Oh, well, this is the time getting up to the party. Do you want to do anything in the few hours you have before it?
No.
Okay. And Horace, are you planning on doing anything?
Hey, Vance, what languages do you know?
Well, I can speak the Dwarven tongue, the common, of course, a little bit of Elvish. Can read many more than that, though only good on paper, as it were. Why? What do you need help with?
You know how to read Infernal?
Probably. If I can take a stab at it for you.
Because, basically, before you came along, my character was always the one that just had knowledge. Because,
you came along. Before Mom left. No, I'd be happy to take a look at it for you, but I'm worried about why you'd have something in the Infernal tongue.
Listen, we found an altar. I inscribed the things because I wanted a scribe to take a look at them, but you're here.
Well, for a friend, I will gladly take a look. There's even a good chance my eyeballs won't be burned from their sockets.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that,
let me have a stab at it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Right. What's this bad boy say?
Oh no! What have I done to Vance?
So I assume you're using your helmet for this?
I am. Yeah. I see it more as a circlet than a big stupid helmet. So
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's actually supposed to be very fragile. It can be broken very easily. So yeah, that makes even more sense that it's just a circlet. All right, so you slip the circlet on and you start looking at the rubbings.
This is my reading hat. It's very important.
Go ahead and do me. You're going to do two things. One, make an intelligence check.
Oh God, what have I done to Vance?
On it.
Cool. So the first thing you realize is this is an infernal.
It's not infernal, okay.
It is not infernal. It's easy to recognize why people might think it's infernal. It's older than infernal. This is
proto-infernal.
This is like the things that were before the gods.
All right, so now I'm a little less sanguine about reading it. Is this like Cthulhu rules, or
this is like you're really on point with the Cthulhu kind of thing?
Listen.
So the old god.
Before I get any further with this, can you imagine if there were something worse than infernal that you wrote down? That's what this is.
Now I don't feel comfortable about you reading it.
Well, I tell you what. Let's hold on to this. And where did you find this altar?
We found it in a place that was swarmed by skeletons and what looked to be skeleton recharging racks.
I don't know what that means, but that's terrifying.
Basically, it just kept them pure or unholy or whatever.
Well, I tell you what we're going to do is we're going to hold on to this. Later on, we can find some sort of like holy site, consecrated temple, holy water bath, nice strong sunbeam, something like that. We're going to do like a ritual circle of protection. You're going to cast protection from evil on me. I'll get like there'll be robes and a big hat involved, that kind of thing, and then maybe I'll read it for you. But for now, let's put it back in our pocket, shall we?
Sure, perfect.
Somehow reading the knowledge that man was not meant to know in the tasty troll just doesn't seem appropriate.
I got a little beer stain on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so now I've changed it from being infernal from Necromantic Place to Old God Scripture from Necromantic Place.
And it's
normally I charge good money for that.
Yeah, he took a rubbing of it, so it's not like it's a scroll or anything like that. It was written on the walls.
Yeah, still though, it's
no,
Kevin Bacon for me.
Yeah. So that almost happened. So that was fun.
Klaatu Barata.
You know, I almost possessed one of our party members with an old god. It's fine.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the Necronomicon. Everybody should read it.
It's a good friend.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait a second.
That was Horace doing that. I think Arnie, you're the only one. Arnie, you doing anything before the party?
Yeah, speaking to the snake, trying to become more friendly.
Okay. So, as you're talking with your snake, just hanging out, like, what do you like to do, bro? And he's like, I don't know, bro. I like to do cool stuff. I like to eat things. You feel like a tingle on the back of your neck, and you hear, like, why are you talking to that thing? Why don't you talk to me?
Record.
All right, Arnie starts to speak to the voice.
Maybe we'll just have Arnie read the Necronomicon.
Wait. If we have Arnie read the Necronomicon, would Zizamanter save him from whatever evil would try to infect him?
So you hear the voice in the back of your head, and it's like, why do you constantly humor this little thing? Why don't you just kill it and be done with it? I want to taste its blood.
Why don't you just kill me and be done with me? Much like you see me as something that can help, I see this as something that can help.
I don't like it.
Why? I believe that you are more wise than I, so please please confide in me. Why?
Because it takes your attention away from me where it should be. Oh, Arnie, the darkness in you is growing, and I love it.
If you're asking me of this, I will ask something of you. Could I?
Yes.
I'll need you to guide me more.
Oh, that's definitely something that I can do.
Okay. So what would you like me to do to said snake?
Just a moment ago, I felt the presence of a great power right here in this room, and then it was quickly put away. You should find that.
Oh, God!
You should find that power, Arnie, and you should read it.
Oh, God!
Gimme.
Batten down the hatches, we have an Arnie incoming!
So, you remember
Arnie
where this,
races for
you do remember where this sword was created, Arnie. I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, God, yeah, the sword was created in the place where that scripture was.
That is true.
So
Arnie's delved deep into this this sword already, so he might as well go into the scripture as well, right?
you don't know what
Right,
she's talking
Arnie?
about. Like this was a little private moment between the wizard and the cleric. You don't know exactly what the thing is talking about, the sword's talking about, and it doesn't know either. It per se doesn't have eyes. So that would be something for Arnie to figure out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So later on comes by, and a little rousing kind of party, for the lack of better words. Really, all it is an excuse for a lot of people to drink. So,
Perfect.
if I can.
Cue Benny Hill music.
Hold on.
While the party's going on, Arnie would like to try and get the paper.
You don't know about the paper. That's the whole thing. You don't
Yeah.
know about it.
Okay.
That's my point. You don't
All right.
know the paper. So I'm just pulling.
Just that there is a great power.
There's
Okay.
something that happened. All right. So I'm just pulling out tokens for people that are kind of at said party. So if anyone wants to have a conversation with them or do something.
Are we supposed to be on a different map, or?
No, I don't think so. Bogtown map?
Yeah, we're on the Bogtown map.
Yeah, I'm just pulling out people so you know who their faces are. I'm not sketching it out. You know. I'm not sketching out a bar scene unless I really have to, which I'm hoping I don't. But with y'all, who knows? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I just need to find where the heck is. There we go.
So I'm still on the town. If Roll20 is different, my Roll20 is a little bit back.
I think we're supposed to be on the town.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
on the
we're-
tab.
All
That's where you're
right.
supposed to be.
I was just making sure.
I think the token thing just threw everybody off. I was expecting
Yeah,
a bar
yeah.
brawl to be sprung.
Oh no! That's not.
Exactly.
I'm just.
There might be
And
a
your
bar
token,
brawl.
it's like, so you guys haven't rolled initiative yet? What?
If I can find everybody.
Also, so, like, I do need to look up, prices of things when we get back to Iron Guard. Of, just, like, basic components for, blacksmithing. Because, I have something I want to make for the group. Just because, we keep getting crippled. And,
You mean you?
yeah, I mean me, Tasso. I mean my legs keep getting shot out by arrows.
Maybe you should take
So I want to make myself a cane.
You're gonna make yourself.
Yeah, keep laughing, Tasso.
And one more. Okay. All right. So there's also some, random NPC kind of villagers and farmers and peat farmers and stuff that are here too. But these are, the important people that are.
Are they
here.
like on the lower part of the map where we can't see, Ryan?
No, they should be right up top. Am I crazy? Hold on.
Are they on the right layer?
Let's see.
This is the
No,
it's the
I got
overall
you.
map above.
Hold on. I got it. I put them on the wrong layer.
Oh, perfect.
Can y'all see them? No?
Negative.
No.
No? Hold on. Did that work? That's really weird. It's selecting the map, even though I'm putting the map into the background, and then I'm selecting the token or the picture, and then I'm trying to. Oh, here, I need to do this. How about that?
Hey,
Oh, there you are.
There we go.
hey. That is a stupid.
And layer, boom. Layer, boom.
What?
Boom. All right. You should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there 6 people?
Yep.
Okay. So that's who we're talking about. So, everyone here should recognize what Alzo and Hendrik, because those are the two from the bar.
Dude, not questful.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know her.
for some of the people that are here, what is it? Yeah, this woman comes walking in. Let's see. Just Arnie and I think Arnie and Thondon and Oakenshield. You guys have all met HHR, I believe.
That's right. I was going to say that was Meta, but yeah, I met him in the other campaign and
Wow.
Mirda.
Yeah, and Mirda too. Mirda basically too is from there. And Arnie, you definitely know this one right here.
Perny!
That is Perny. So, and they're there.
I feel like I know the least amount of people.
You probably do.
Incorrect.
Well, that's true.
Perny is Arnie's girlfriend. It's just that Perny doesn't know it yet.
So, they are all there. The only weird thing to the few of you that know Merida is she is serving drinks at the party. She is acting like a barmaid. She's doing the barmaid thing, which is not unusual in the fact that she is a barmaid, but she is a barmaid in Helix normally. She is normally a barmaid for Bolo. And so she's normally with Egret and Tacey, like the three barmaids that basically work Bolo's establishment. But she is over here, and she is working right now at what appears to be this establishment. She doesn't seem to recognize y'all. I'm talking a lot of y'all have been gone for a really long time, so she hasn't really put a, and she never really had all that much conversation with y'all anyway. Like, she had a little bit, but not much. And, but yeah, so the night's going on. For the most part, everyone's kind of floating around, having conversations. They have a little minstrel there playing a little bit of kind of a sad song. He's got a lute, but it's missing one string, so everything sounds a little weird. But they are playing. But the drinks are flowing pretty readily. So the tap is basically open, and drinks are being served on the, and they're not on the house, but they're on the town. So people are taking full advantage.
I think I'm gonna stay sober.
Okay. So at one point, the Tasso knows it's coming. This one right here, Erna. She basically walks up to you, and she plops down like in the seat next to Oakenshield, and she like leans in. You're like shoulder to shoulder with her because she's sitting right next to you, and she leans in and she's kind of whispering to you. To all you other guys like that are out there, you're like, whoa. Look at that. Well, I guess a couple of you know the story on this one. He hasn't revealed too much about it. I don't know. But you're like, if you're completely clueless on this, you're like, man, she's being rather forward with this dwarf. So
yeah, only Horace and Arnie know about it, and Arnie possibly.
she leans over and talks to you. She's like, have you taken care of that problem that we had?
No, not yet.
Have you worked on that problem that we had?
I'm about to tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I forgot she wanted you to kill a bandit lord.
Let the scene happen. So, yeah. See, when I told you that I wanted the thing to happen, I didn't want it to happen, weeks and weeks down the line. In fact, I don't think you have weeks and weeks in time. So, she starts like stroking your beard very playfully, and she's smiling and looking up at the room like she's having a really, great conversation with you, and you are just the nuttiest nut in the room, and she's just talking to you, and she's like, see, when I tell you I need something done, I need it done pretty soon. So why don't we? Why don't you go ahead and get that done for me? Time's of the essence here.
That's why we're going tomorrow. My friend needs to rest up.
Which friend is that?
I kind of just like look towards
Horace.
yeah, Horace direction.
Oh, okay. She's like, that one, eh? So
Yeah.
she's like, so if he didn't have to rest up, then you would just be able to just take on this mission all your
God!
I need him to help me, take up the problem.
So he's crucial to your plan of taking care of the problem.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Which one of your compatriots isn't crucial to the plan?
Well, the more of them, the better the odds.
I understand how math works, but that's not what I asked you. Which one could you live without?
What I maybe no, I need him. Him.
Okay, well, if you're going to take so long, I'm just going to pick. And she stands up and she walks over to the bar. All right, so that happened.
I was suggest like, but I can't metagame. I was gonna suggest you give the best fighter a chance.
You know, it's really too bad she doesn't have a chance without a beard.
That
Or
Well-
just send it after the wizard after he has fucking sleep.
Listen, I know what the underside of a bust looks like, and I don't need to be shown it.
Oh, I think one of us is dead.
So I'll have you guys like sit around a table. So you guys are all like sitting around, like having a conversation, just laughing or doing whatever. I don't know if you want to tell them anything or do you want to do anything. Otherwise, I'm going to move on with something else.
I will kind of say maybe we should stay in one room and have one person rotating as watch.
Excuse me?
He's scared for your life.
I'm like, let's just say there might be a pop tonight, and we should probably, have someone on watch.
Master Oakenshield, a mighty dwarf warrior such as yourself should be able to give more than that to go on. What evil do you fear in this place?
You don't fear for your life, do you? Because, I mean, she already has you, you know?
I kind of say it in Dwarven, kind of quiet, but like not too quiet, but not kind of loud.
Did you go mute, Tasso? Because you were saying you were going to say something, and then I didn't hear you say anything.
I'm like, well, we can fight, good, but can't really fight with poison. I can't fight against poison, basically.
I'll respond in Dwarven. The bearded tongue. Are you afraid of being poisoned? Who's going to poison you?
Not me, one of you guys.
Oh, the gods. What ill have you brought down?
As all of you are staring at your drinks.
Hey, this is why I went sober, baby! This is why I'm not drinking anything!
And I kind of like put the drink down and just not drinking it. And I kind of look at the Bonnie and
I don't know. Thonda, you've been power drinking all day. Are you stopping drinking or are you still going?
Nah, hell no. I'm a dwarf. I don't care.
He's like, if I die drinking, I die happy. You know?
If he dies, he dies. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm here to think I was worried that they were getting us drunk to loot your fat purses, but apparently it's much worse than that.
No, I'm not. I'm only a half a keg in. I'm not drunk.
I'm looking, when I put the cup down, I'm looking at Oni and kind of Vince. And kind of like, you should kind of, do it too.
Arnie didn't understand a word.
No, I'm
You
giving
said.
him that face, kind of like that look of kind of just putting it down.
Arnie wants to get drunk on his own supply.
Okay.
He has a flask of wine. He has 2 white lightning moonshines. Like he can do it.
BYOB.
He's
Yeah.
partying.
Wait, Arnie, wasn't White Lightning Moonshine like able to put you on your ass instantly?
A kobold.
He was able to like knock a kobold out pretty, a kobold that appeared to be sloshed already. So
not the one with the Able Gut name, you know.
yeah, it's a little white lightning that you got. Right as you're kind of pulling out your own accoutrement, Arnie, and putting it on there, a presence almost mystically appears in your lap as a tiny little halfling that's basically wearing like a pink kind of bodice and kind of a slightly frilly dress. This one right here, like
Hello,
pops into, and she's like sitting on Arnie's lap with her arm like around his neck, basically, like kind of like, you know, and she's like, "Hiya, boys," and she like waves. She's like, "Arnie, like, why are you pulling out your own stuff? It's plenty of free stuff here, and what do you have?" She's like looking at the white lightning. She's like, "What is that?"
Here, take this.
No.
She's like, she looks at it. She kind of sniffs it. She's like, "Oh, honey, we don't drink the paint thinner. We don't drink the paint thinner, sweetie." As she's like tapping him on the cheek very gently. She's like, "So what have you boys been up to?"
Did you say she materialized onto his lap?
Figure of speech wise. Like, she didn't actually, like, poof, like, magic, but, you know, it's like you were looking and then all of a sudden she was just there. Like, she's done this 1,000 times.
You know, some of this, some of that. We've been having fun on our escapades.
She's like,
"How are you doing?"
She's like, "Doing great. Business is great. So, you know, I can't complain. You know, I just like to know things and to be around and hear things." She's like, "I don't think I know all of your companions." She's like looking around. And she looks at you, Horace. She's like, "I don't recognize you. I don't recognize." And she looks over and she's like, "The two dwarfs look too much alike. I don't know. I recognize one of them. I don't know about the other. Like, what's your name? Brownstone? Copper Anvil?"
Racist.
They have races for sure.
She's like, rock booty, come on. And your other friend here, who's quite sophisticated. How are you, mon cher?
Oh.
Splendid, madam.
She like puts out a dainty hand for you to kiss.
Raising an eyebrow, Vance will take it and go through the platitudes.
She's like,
visibly diminished in his demeanor since the news of his impending poisoning death, of course.
yeah, that too. She comes over as that. You've been in several seedy kind of establishments. She radiates an aura of like brothel madam.
Oh. Nice.
So she just radiates that aura of like of sophistication and very ease around men. You know, she's just, you know, she's very charming.
Miss, your aura brings a much-needed light to these drab surrounds. It is a pleasure.
I would say you guys are being honored as heroes, but I come over here and everyone's got frowny faces. She's like, we need to cheer that. Except this one. This one knows how to drink, and she's pointing at Thondon like he doesn't have a frowny face. So how about a round of shots for everyone? Round of shots on old Purdy.
Gladly. We just watch him pour it, guys. As long as you have an eye on it's frat house rules. You keep your cup in your hand, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. Like. I'll have to abstain from this. Someone has to keep them from causing trouble. You understand?
I see. You're one of those. You're a teetotaler.
A designated diviner.
Yeah,
designated diviner.
He's not much of a drinker.
So she orders a round of shots for y'all. I'll say you can watch the bartender like pour them. Alzo's like pouring the shots basically, and she brings it. She's like, so, "What should we toast to?"
Not dying.
Not dying. She's like, here, and she's like, I don't want to leave you out. Here's to sobriety. And then she pounds a shot of basically, gut rot. It tastes, if you guys have ever accidentally sprayed hairspray in your mouth, that's kind of what it is.
Or on purpose sprayed hairspray in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's okay too.
Yeah. Who would ever do it on accident? It would be crazy.
Wouldn't do it. So, all right. So unless anyone wants to have a conversation, otherwise the night is going to just continue, and then eventually, I don't know. But I don't know if anyone wants to do anything, plumb people for information, do anything like that.
Arnie would like to try to have a conversation with
Erna? Yeah.
Yes.
You've met her before, yeah. You can walk up to her.
So he'd like to sneak up over next to her and say,
okay, hold on. I'm going to do
her.
this. I'm going to say this. When you start walking that direction, Perny grabs your hand and she's like, oh, honey, don't leave me.
You have company for the night.
I pick her up and toss her over to Thondon. She's a halfling.
So
yeah, you're not my kind, sweetheart. And then I toss her back.
When you go to pick her up, she moves with amazing alacrity and gets out of your grasp. She's like, no, honey, you really need to stay over here with me.
Oh, no.
And she's like putting like a fake smile on, like, yeah, you really shouldn't do what you're doing. You can tell. I'll give you this. Like, she's got a sincere look. She's not like threatening you. She's sincerely like afraid for you. She likes you.
Yeah.
She thinks you're cool, and she's like, listen, that's probably
Ryan,
not
are
a
there
good
enough
idea.
people at this party that we like a few of us could pop outside or something?
Oh
and
yeah,
not be
you could go
noticed?
outside and like smoke,
Yeah.
Cigars or whatever that's being passed around. Bogweed. There's tons of bogweed going around.
Great. I guess the other question is like, so how much of the not so subtle subtext of several of these interactions be apparent to somebody who was watching?
I'll say that you definitely caught on to that last part. So you're not 100% sure like what's going on, but you definitely know that it seems like the little halfling, Perny, does not seem to like Erna, for sure. There could be a lot of reasons for that, but...
Well, and so, again, not trying to edit out a turn here, but if Oakenshield was getting noticeably nervous and sweaty and around this person, a connection, and then shortly after he'd said, hey, we're going to get poisoned and killed.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to...
Yeah, no, that is not a unlogical leap for you to make.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die!
I tell you what, friends, it seems like you haven't had a chance to catch up with your friend Perny here. Why don't we head outside and have a smoke? I've got some papers. We have some imported tobacco rather than what's going around. Join me.
Perny looks at you and she's like, I've got the shit. So
even better.
So as we're walking out,
that halfling
as we're walking
pipe
out, as we're walking out, Arnie wants to hide in shadows and like get away from the group and like let the group get away from him so he can go and talk to
Okay. You can totally. I'm not even gonna make you roll. Like, it's a party. It's easy for you to go unnoticed. It's one of your trained abilities to do.
I guess we've lost our half orc.
So
I'm sure he'll be fine.
So what I'm going to do is I'll break it into two things. I'll do Arnie with Erna first, and then we'll do the outside stuff. Okay? So what do you want to do, Arnie? You're just going to walk up on her?
So Arnie wants to like make it. Yeah, walk up to her, say hey, and discreetly show her the vial of spider venom.
Okay. You have the ability to pick pockets, which is basically sleight of hand. So, yeah, you can kind of like discreetly you kind of like wipe your nose and then flash it and then, do that. And she looks back at you and she kind of grins and she's like, that's an interesting thing that you've got there. And?
So I heard around these parts, around this area in Bogtown, there's a certain phenom for this type of stuff.
Yeah, it's all the rage. She's like, are you looking to sell or buy?
I'd like to buy.
Okay, what are we looking for? She's like, let's have a little midnight stroll. Hey, lover?
Okay, lover.
All right. So they're gonna head out the door. Y'all are outside smoking. So what are y'all chatting about?
Well, if we notice her coming out mid-sentence, then we will enjoy our delicious cigarettes until she's gone.
Right, but you're having a conversation up until Arnie and them are coming.
Right.
So,
right. So around a corner somewhere out of the street and hopefully up out of the bottom of the bog. You'll forgive me for being so forward, everyone, but it seems to me like there's much more being unsaid than said, and we should really clear the air, as it were.
Well, that's up to you, Oakenshield.
Oh,
So,
she'll look. Purdy will look over to you. She's like, "Honey, do you got a story to tell?"
Don't we all?
so basically,
Tell how Purdy knows Arnie. You guys know that. Oakenshield knows it.
Basically, story of us being careful is the owner, the lady that I was talking to. She wants the standard budget, and I got some information about her that she doesn't want, the government to know. So she poisoned me with dragon's breath.
Oh,
And-
you hear Purdy like gasp. She goes, "Oh." She's like, that fucking bitch. Like, she literally, she's been pretty, savvy on the language, but she just hear, that fucking bitch.
Is that something that I recognized at all?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check on that one. We'll do it that way. It's not the most popular known subject, but you're pretty well read.
Dragon's breath. I believe that comes from the Eastern Silk Dragon, does it not?
Everything's from that silk dragon. Oh yeah, so you did good. Yeah, you've heard of it before. It's basically a poison that's ingested, and slowly over time it burns you from the inside out.
How tasty!
But you can take a suppressant that's called Mother's Milk, and as long as you're taking that on the dole, it's basically like a giant antacid that kind of keeps it from burning you out. Eventually you can become immune to it, but you just have to keep taking the medicine. But if someone was to dole it out very slowly, you could be on the hook forever, basically, from them.
I see. Ah, I see.
She looks at you when you're like, I see. He's like, she's a fucking bitch.
In 2 words, yes. Has anyone just given you a prognosis on this yet, Oakenshield? Have you had a chance to talk to a physic?
She told me to take. She's been supplying me of the mother's milk, but I only have enough. She only gives me enough for a month, but I can only take it like once every 5 days.
I see.
And she's the only person I know so that can supply it. But back at the capital, I did hire an alchemist to trying to see if he could make it for me. But she gave me a supply, last supply. She gave me a job to do. And she goes, if I still want her to give me the supply of mother's milk, I need to complete this job before she gives me more.
What is it that she would have you do?
She wants me to go to the forest north of the capital and capture I guess a rifle merchant and prevent her from doing business with her clients.
I'll correct that. So just to make sure, she wanted you to catch Renata the Robber. That's their moniker. Renata and Renata is a bandit and runs a bandit group. Yeah. And the bandits attack the what is it? The Silver Stable. The Silver Standard Merchant Company. That she never said that outright, but you can kind of extrapolate something from that. They have a tendency to attack their caravans. So yeah, basically she was like, I want you to go and kill or capture Renata. I think she said capture. Yeah, she wanted you to capture Renata and bring her back to her.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, she said that she wants her alive, but if we kill her, that's still fine.
Yeah, she'd prefer alive.
Yeah.
Hey, something I realized. If I cast resist fire on him, will that keep the mother's milk will that keep the dragon's breath from burning him for a little while?
Could, but it doesn't last very long. Like the resist fire doesn't. I'm talking.
Yeah, it's only like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes or something. So yes, but no.
Okay.
Well, the most pressing question then is how much more of this antidote do you have left? What's your time frame look like?
I have on
like a week left, right?
He's got more than that. She gave him a month basically to take care of the job.
I got six months of milk left, but tomorrow will be
the day
5.
Yeah, so he takes one per 5 days.
Okay, so you get a couple weeks anyway.
So 5 times.
So
pretty much after tomorrow will be 25. I got 25 days left.
So a little while, little breathing room.
Yeah.
So Perny will look up at y'all, and she's like, your compatriot's coming out with her. We might want to move to the side of the building.
You know, there was a really interesting alley over there. Good view of the stars.
So, as you guys are talking and walking over, she's like, you guys don't know exactly what you've stumbled onto here, do you? She's like, all right. I'm going to lay it on y'all straight. So, this here town is not really run by the government. This here town is run by a certain organization that doesn't like to be named. It's
Okay.
They kind of specialize in taking things and hanging out in guilds. So Erna is the person who takes care of business for the head of the organization when business has to be taken care of, violently. So, but the rumor mill is that she wants to climb the ladder and be the top.
So what you're telling us is she wants to take out the competition for a job offer?
What I think she's trying to do is take out competition. I think you're right on that. Renata is competition. Renata's not part of the guild. So any competition is bad competition. But this guild has friends and ears all over the place. There's a lot of members. There's a lot of people that they're friends with. There's a lot of people who pay payments to them to make sure that nothing bad happens to their business, if you know what I'm saying.
Is it State Farm? That's who, right?
Yeah.
No, all right. I thought that was a winner. I take it back.
Like a
So,
good neighbor.
Forgive me, I've entered the conversation late, so to speak. But Perny, how do you know this ragamuffin adventurers?
I know a lot of people in my line of work. I hear a lot of things. I talk to a lot of people. I definitely talk to a lot of adventurers.
I can imagine.
Me and my girls, we get to stay safe in our warm little location. We make a good profit, and we hear lots of different things.
So I'm assuming you act as information gatherers for this organization?
Honey, I act like an information gatherer for whoever is willing to pay for it. She's like, she's like, you're lucky I like y'all, because this is about as much as I give away for free.
Well, thank you for that.
She's like, I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Well, we certainly appreciate your friendship, your help, and your discretion.
Everyone roll a d6 real quick and tell me if you get a 1 and or a 2. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Everyone roll a d6. If you're human, tell me if you get a 1. If you're not human, tell me if you get a 1 or a 2.
Oh, god damn it, really?
I got a 1.
Okay.
So, the drunk guy, like, even with the...
Arnie got a 2, but
Arnie's not there. Yeah. Even with your drunk sensibilities, Thondon hears from like around the corner someone sneeze. It's a very, very light, like someone's definitely trying to hold it in, and you hear someone sneeze around the corner. So I don't know what you want to do.
All right. I guess I say, who goes there?
No one says anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go investigate then.
Okay. So you walk around the corner, and you see Mirda there.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Well, she's actually squatting right on the side, and she's taking a pee. And she screams like, "Ah!" as you come around the corner.
Okay. Obviously, she doesn't recognize me.
That or
Beard
you,
in the dark.
that or you walked around the corner while she was peeing.
Well, yeah, that's true too. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just seeing who was there."
And she's like, "Oh no, I'm so..." And then like you guys could hear the voice coming around. Basically, you see he stumbles off and like goes around the corner. You hear a woman scream, and then everyone's like, you guys all hear it at that point. You see her kind of pulling up her drawers, and she's like, "I'm sorry," and then she just kind of runs back inside.
Do we have to kill a city? Is that what's going on here? I don't want to kill a city.
I don't see any reason why you would need to kill me.
She's like, "Well, the jig's up on that one." She's like,
"Well, honestly, there's nothing that we've been discussing just now that's so terribly secret to who knows anything."
A lot of people don't like that people know about the organization, and she's part of the organization.
Oh,
yeah,
the young lady with the tight bladder.
She's like, "Do you believe she was really peeing back there?"
The mysteries of humanoid biology elude me often.
Well, I don't feel safe sleeping in this place anymore.
She's like, "Your best bet is to try to make peace with the guild." That's what I say. Money goes a long way to making peace.
Destroy the criminal syndicate, but that would be work.
Well, considering where a single member of this vast and sprawling organization has gotten you, I would say, or gotten us, I'd say that taking them on and single-handedly dismantling them is probably out of the question for now.
Well, I mean, we could go to Iron Guard Mod and just say, hey, they're criminals, go get them.
Well, and again, I get the feeling that if the local nobility were able to uproot this international mafia, they'd have done so already. If they're not already on the take, I mean, who knows? These things go straight to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, Arnie, you're walking with Erna, and she's talking, and you guys are walking towards her building, number 4. And she's like, "Do you come across this stuff often?"
This stuff is in what?
What you just showed me. Yeah, what you just showed me.
Possibly. It depends on it depends what I find. I've found it a few times.
That's good. She's like, "I could definitely use that kind of stuff." She's like, "How would you like to get, as much of this stuff as you would like?"
I guess Arnie would like that.
I have friends who are in lines of business that like we are. She's like, "I saw that little palm maneuver that you did. I saw how you made your way over to me. We're not unlike. We don't care about your mixed heritage. We care about money and results."
A true thieves guild.
A guild, nonetheless. So you know of the type of organization that we discuss.
Very true.
I might be able to offer you some sort of probationary membership in said organization if you were to be amenable to it.
Arnie would 100% be amenable to it.
Good. I'll have to run it by my superiors, and the next time you're in town, we'll have a conversation.
In the meantime, Arnie would like to ask if you have anything that could paralyze something the size of a bear.
She's like, "I could do that." She's like, "Give me a second." And she'll come out, and she comes out with like a powder, like in a piece of wax paper. and she folds it up, and she's like, if you can get it to eat that, that'll put it out for a while.
Thank you.
She's like, wait, nothing's free here. Money talks and bullshit walks. She's like, you want it? You pay for it.
How much?
She's like, stunning the bear, family discount. We'll say 35.
100?
No, just like 35 gold.
Oh. That's cheap for poison.
It's not killer poison or anything like that. It's stun. It's not
Deal.
completely unreasonable.
Usually, don't try to talk up the price with the car salesman.
Yeah. God damn, that's some cheap poison.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's
I only want top quality.
only top quality poison, people. All right. Anyone else want to do anything else in this little night period? Otherwise, I'm just going to fast forward to the next day.
Well, I mean, we are going to be taking shifts in a single room.
You all are. My room has a lock.
This room's got a lot.
That's why I'm buying it up. Actually, I'm gonna spend 2 gold to get like the same treatment that he did.
There's only one VIP suite. There's not
Sorry,
like,
kid.
there's not like a ton of VIP suites here. Like how big do you think this place is? This is Bogtown, man. So
I think the concerns about poisoning are somewhat overwrought. It seems that Erna already has our fair friend in a position. It seems that playing her hand would not be in her interest.
How long does protection from evil last?
I think 2 hours.
Okay.
But
How
wouldn't-
much for
it wouldn't stop her from poisoning you. It would only make it slightly more difficult.
I thought protection from evil like completely protects you
No,
from
it gives you bonus
melee
damage. It gives it versus things that are like unnatural.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like undead or spirits or
Yes,
element
you were using
stuff.
it when you went into that skeleton cave. You're like, oh, I got protection from evil. They can't hit me. And I'm like, yeah, because they're undead.
But not just like mean guys.
Yeah, like mean dudes with clubs can still whoop your ass.
That's okay then. Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't remember if BX has Sanctuary as a spell. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, the spell you're talking about, there's one called Sanctuary that's a lot like that, where it's if I don't hit you, you can't hurt me, that kind of thing. But yeah, not an option.
Yeah, but who's taking the watches? Because I still don't trust this place.
Who's the one that's got the VIP room?
The VIP room is Vance.
Vance has that
They,
VIP room.
And he's not giving it up.
Yeah.
He just met you guys and wants to help you out. This getting poisoned by and like pissing off the Thieves Guild shit is not his business.
It's not his jam, really.
Yeah, totally not my jam in here.
Well, I just wanted to say you've been warned.
And I appreciate it.
All right. So I'm gonna say that the night goes by, no one dies, so no one's going to die, and you guys can head out to Ironguard Mott the next day. So I am gonna go ahead and call it here because this is roughly where we're gonna call it.
Okay.
I will give out 200 XP for everyone just being here and doing their roleplay thing and getting everything going. So, and remember, if you've got your 10% bonus to put it in. So 200 for that, and It was a little more of a role play session this time, but I hope people don't mind that.
So, what is the next amount for my level up? Because I know,
your character sheet should automatically update it when you turn it to level 3. But if it doesn't, I can look it up.
Yeah, it didn't.
Should be. What is it? It's your 1500. I'm
level 4 right now, so
It should double. I think doubles. Lots.
A lot of times it doubles, but not always. It's close to doubling a lot of times, and then it goes wonky towards.
Well, for me, it was doubled.
Yeah, it doesn't hold true with all classes though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull
But
up
then
my.
for me,
Ugh, my thing is so slow.
also I am obviously getting back my 3 pig iron bars.
Yeah, she can pick those up.
Yeah.
All right.
Arnie wanted to pray to Zizimanter, if he could.
Oh,
No.
now you're praying to him like a god, are you?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I'm trying to speak to him.
Is Zizimanter the evil sword?
No.
No. That is the what is it? The Silent Whisper or whatever.
Silent Whisper. Yeah, no, Zizimancer is a basically a serpent man lich.
He's like a little 15 or 20
Don't
lit.
pray to him.
It's who turned Arnie into a snake and gave him 99 plus years of life.
Going all in on that that evil power thing.
So you are 4th level, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to get to 12,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
12 grand. All right. Then we will meet up, same bat time, same bat channel, next week. And we will do that.
All right, dudes.
All right.
Appreciate it, Ryan.
No problem, y'all.
All right.
And I will
Take it easy,
talk
guys.
to y'all then.
It's good.
Laters.
See ya.
Arnie signing off.